We are now going to go through the My Communications feature. To access this feature, go to the My Communications in the toolbar and a drop-down menu will appear. Scroll down and select My Communications. The My Communications area allows you to communicate to a large group of contractors by sending a message out to a specific trade or work activity, region, or property. This isn't meant to replace email, although the message will appear in an email form. The contractors will not have the option to reply to your message. Any existing messages that you will have sent out will remain in your list to be viewable each time and go to this section. The status of the message, date added, last date sent, last date acknowledged, and if acknowledgement was required, will be shown in these boxes. To view, add, edit, or delete a message, click the circle beside your subject and then select the appropriate action from the orange boxes below. To add a message, click the orange Add button. This will bring you to your message screen, which is similar to your What's New message screen. This message will be created in 3 parts. The first part is to draft your message by filling in the subject or title of your message and the body of your message. The second part will be to add the recipients and filtering, and the third will be to send your message. When composing your message, you can do so in either English or French, or both. Your subject line as well as your message body. If you create this message in both English and French, then the contractor who has set his language preference to French at the time of the registration will receive the French version of your message. If the message has only been composed in English, then they will receive the message in English. First, fill out your subject line. And then complete the body or content of your message. When you are finished, click Save. You'll notice at the top of the message, it appeared in green, that your message has been saved successfully. Now we are going to add an attachment to our message. This, of course, is an optional feature. If you have nothing to add, you don't need to add anything. It's done in the same manner as in the What's New. You would type in your document name, select the Browse button of where you can find it on your computer, select your language, and click OK. When you close this window, if you've added an attachment, your attachment will change to a quantity of 1. And when you're done, you click Save again. As we have done with the attachments, you can do the same for your projects, your properties, and your regions, as well as work activities. These are all areas you can filter your message by and who the recipients will be. Although at the moment a contractor may not be associated to you by region or property, they will all have a work activity. To add a work activity, which means which trade will receive this message, click on the orange button beside work activity. Just like adding an attachment, click on the Add button, and a window will appear showing all the work activities for you to choose from. You can choose as many as necessary. Select which all work activities you'd like by clicking on the square beside each name. When you are done, click OK. You will be taken back to your list of work activities. Click Close, and you'll see that, like in the attachment, we have one work activity selected. Click Save again when you're done. The recipients of these electronic messages are taken from our database. To filter who will receive this message, select from the pull-down menu beside Accreditation Status. Here you can choose from Approved to My Specific Requirements, Contractor Check Accredited, and All Statuses. For today's example, we are going to use All Statuses. You can also see that there is an option for you to request that a contractor acknowledge to you that they have received this message. Click on this square if you'd like an acknowledgement. When you are done, again click Save. Now that you have completed the content of your message, added your recipients, and created your filters and attachments, you can see that the status of your message is set to draft, and that the Generate Recipients button is ready to be selected. When you're ready to send, click the Generate Recipients button. You can see that the message appears at the top that the message is now queued and is generating a list of recipients. Again, as this information is being drawn from our database, this will take a few minutes. You will need to check back to see if the preview of the recipients is ready. You will notice that the status of your message has changed from draft to generate. And when that happens, it's changed here to generate. And what's happening again in the background is the system's pulling together all the data you have requested and is preparing it for you to send. This can take anywhere from 30 seconds up to approximately 5 minutes, so you'll need to check back in a few minutes. As you can see now that your status has changed from generate to ready to send. Select the message and click Edit. This gives you a final opportunity to review your message and make any changes. You can also see that from the work activities, 2 recipients within that work activity were found and have been added. This is how many people will receive your message. Scroll through the list if you want to see who those are by clicking on the recipient's orange button, and you can see who they are. If you want to remove someone from the list, select who they are and click Delete, and they will be taken off the list. When you're done, click Close, and now you can see we just have 1 recipient. When you're ready to send, simply click the Send button. Unfortunately, I can't do this for you today as our system is live and this message would actually go out to these recipients. As you can see, beside the number of recipients, it shows 0 acknowledged. Because we have selected that an acknowledgement is required, every time a contractor acknowledges a message, this number will change. Back on your main page of communications, once you have actually sent your message, your status will change from ready to send to sending. And the last date sent will also be filled in. Each time an acknowledgement is received, the date will appear as well.